John Vindas with Bayou Energy and Repair Services.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the Crude Life, and today we're going to be talking about an event that you have coming up here shortly, I should say, coming up around the corner. But first, Bayou Energy. What was the rest of it? Repair services? Is that right?
Bayou,
Yeah, go ahead.
Bayou Energy and Repair Services. It's basically the first letters in each word spells out bears. So how about that? So we didn't even know that.
I was going to say, were you trying to hit that? I guess I didn't know if you
No,
were. Are you
not
like
too many bears around here, but we are, I guess.
I thought maybe it was a college thing. You know, there's a lot of bears in college sports, but
Yeah, we got tigers here, LSU. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Clemson too, right?
Clemson's a tiger, I guess, little kitty cat.
Yeah, I don't. They're not really down in Louisiana, though, are they? But they're down in the area. So anyway, but it's kind of weird how the South got a lot of the jaguars and tigers and all those different African cats. It's anyway. But
we're animals, man.
That's a good way to put it. What a good way to put it. But let's take a look at Bayou Energy and Repair Services. You guys are hosting looks like kind of a happy hour, a social, just to get people together to find out if people are still in the business and how business is doing and who's got work ahead. Am I interpreting that right?
Yes, sir. And the venue that we picked, I guess, is perfect because it's wide open, for these times. The Workboat Show, which is a big thing that is usually held in a convention center in New Orleans, that canceled. And a few other events that pretty popular in Houston. So what we did is we're having not a ribbon cutting, or we're not a boutique store, but we're a yard where we're going to do some barge cleaning and repair. It's a small shipyard also, and we decided to invite our future vendors, customers, and people that are working with us now to a little event to fill in all that what we used to having, little get together, keep it safe, COVID safe, and we're gonna have people checking temperatures and all that, so it'll be fine.
And where's the location again?
It's the location is Bayou Barn is the place, and it's 7145 Barataria Boulevard. That's in Marrero, Louisiana.
Barataria
Boulevard.
Barataria. I'm not familiar with that word.
Yeah.
Is that like cool. Is that a Creole word or something, or?
Might as well be. Everything's
some sort of French word. I'm not real barista. Barataria. It's a great name. I'd name my daughter that in a second. Barataria. That's a great name. But anyway, it's at the Bayou Barn, and that's is that a familiar location for people? I've never been to.
Locally here, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
In Marrero, but Marrero's, you might as well say our yard is in Crown Point, but Lafitte's on the other side of the canal on the water. So there's a lot of bayou type, places here. And there's also a swamp tour that we're going to be hosting. So
you say a swamp tour?
Yes, sir.
I got to make my way down to Louisiana. If you guys are giving swamp tours, that's one thing I've always wanted to go on. Talk to me about the swamp tour. What is that all about?
Well, that's the guy. I wish he was here, but he could talk more about that. But they lease a spot on the same property that we have, and it's been there for years. It's New Orleans Tours, and basically he's a good friend of ours. He said, "Look, anybody wants to come on a tour, obviously before they have a few drinks, they can go ahead and take a tour and check out the scenery. They have about 5 airboats, so it's pretty neat."
So I'm familiar with Lake Charles, Louisiana. And there's a lot of course, activity down there from the LNG standpoint to the terminals to you mentioned the ships and the barges exporting. I'm not familiar with the location of where you're at. Are you on the other side of the state or the other side of the bay? How would that be? Talk to me about your location and the activity going on there.
We're on the other side, I guess you could say. We're 10 miles west of the river. We're not on the Mississippi. We're on an intercoastal canal. So where we're located as is, I guess you can call it calmer waters, but that intercoastal canal reaches Texas all the way to Alabama. So there's some locks in between, but Lake Charles is basically almost to Port Arthur.
Yeah, I was going to say over the Port Arthur area too. Yeah,
closest, that'd be the next closest bigger city at Beaumont. So, but yeah, that's on the other side. But yeah, they had a lot of destruction going on over there. So, but we're sticking here and try to service folks here with their barges. So
sure. Okay, well, outstanding. I just wanted to get a feel for where you guys were at because I wasn't familiar with the name of the town.
Yeah, we're just south of New Orleans. Put it that way.
Yeah. I didn't know there was anything south of New Orleans either.
That's us, brother. That's where you find the bears, the Bayou energy.
That's exactly. Us. I mean, actually, there is quite a bit. There's I don't know what is it called there in Florida. They call that area the Keys. That kind of those islands that kind of pop up a little bit. But anyway, so what kind of activity do you guys have there for oil and gas? Is it mostly just the importing, exporting, or do you guys have any sort of natural gas or any sort of well activity on that side of the state?
Yeah, there's well activity. I don't know a bunch about that, but I have friends that are in that business. And that's the thing about this event. It's going to be a little bit of everything coming here. So if somebody's interested, they could definitely have a variety of folks to talk to, from engineers to the tank cleaners. So they'll be here.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to have you on to talk about this, because right now that's how a lot of people are really making their business models work is, maybe they weren't doing municipality before, so they need to get to an event so they can open a door to get to the municipality contracts. Maybe.
And look, also, not to interrupt, but a lot of folks are looking for work. There's some, there's some things that are kind of tight in some other, we're still in the industry, but it's a wide variety, and if somebody's diversified, they can maybe link up with somebody,
Well, and that's part of the success for some of these Permian events that people are able to do pop up, because there's a lot of people that are looking for work or are just on the verge of getting to that next level. So there's either way they're hungry. Let's just put it that way. There's a hunger inside of them out there.
Exactly.
And right now, these events, I do think these events are important to have. I think these events are important to go to. But at the same time, if you're in a position where you feel like you need to stay home to be safe, well, I think that's important too. And that's the beauty of America, is that you can make that choice.
You have that choice, brother. Anybody has that choice, and we're not forcing anyone to come to this, but there's going to be free drinks and some good appetizers. So
yeah, it got a little bit frustrating, trying to defend yourself. Like for me, I travel for my work. I have to because otherwise I'll starve. And I got really tired of having to defend myself to people because I travel to Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, and things like that. Because those states ain't coming to me. So
exactly.
So and the Bayou Barn ain't coming to me. So let's talk about how I can get down to the Bayou Barn on Barataria Boulevard, 7145 Barataria Boulevard. Yeah. And what's the name of that town again?
And surprise, Marrero.
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 Just south of Louisiana, Marrero.
Marrero.
I got a brother in Louisiana, so I'll have to ask him about Marrero.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been around there. So it's the locals around here call it the best bank. So it's on the west bank of New Orleans, and they call it the best bank.
Really? So okay. Are you on the water?
We're on the water. We're on the intercoastal canal. So yeah, we're. But also, I wanted to give the date. I hope we said the date. It was December 3rd. It's a Thursday.
Oh, it's not just every day. Okay, so I'm just kidding. Of course, we're gonna have a date. It's just every day. Show up as party, man.
Yeah, well, that's every day. But this is the event that we're having. Is Yeah, it's on a Thursday, December 3rd.
So we better just recap so our ADD gets kind of put into one area. So Thursday, December 3rd at the Bayou Barn in Marrero, Louisiana, is the Bayou Energy and Repair Services. It's a pop-up kind of a get-together social
Yes,
to
sir.
just kind of, meet, greet, find out how things are doing, maybe connect with some past clients, meet some future clients, that type of thing, right?
Yes, sir. Anybody on the river, marine, or even the petrochemical can come along. Everybody has a fit. So, from fracking to whatever you want to call it. I can't say the other word. So, but we're all good. Anybody's welcome to come.
And how can people get in touch or find some more information or anything along those lines?
You can call me directly, John Vindas. Number's 985-415-0085.